Oh, there's Corioto Cheese Pay. Thank you for the Prime. That bit. Oh, yeah. I just saw a. Trading and luck. Association? My ears now. I can see both. Oh. Oh, I know why. What?
I think it's this one. This one's the correct one. Thank you. Crazy that the Team Fortress 2 Twitter account actually tweeted something. It was picking up my VR headset mic, which is over my couch. Thank you to the new the resubs. Agric Artle. I always mispronounce your name. Thank you for the 11 months. Because unusuals are dead. DJ Sylvian, thank you for the 40. Damn. Says trading, unboxing, market. Yeah. We saw the tweet. And then the new Prime sub from Pongolichi. Pongolichi, thank you for the Prime. And then Hypeson88 with the resub Prime. 20 months. Appreciate it, man. Believe it or not, there's actually a video game in TF2. I wanted who discovered it first. Probably somebody who was like, I think I'll open a crate, and then they got an unusual, and they opened another one, they got a second one, and they're like, I'm really lucky. Bumblebub, thank you for the 9 months. Those unusuals are dead, but at least you're streaming. You know? At least. I mean, I was telling some of my friends, I know that it's probably like a bad... of course, this is like not a good thing that this has happened, but I kind of like that. I kind of like that at least people are talking about TF2 again, because it hasn't happened in a long time. At least people are like making jokes about it. It's like people are weighing in on it. Like, that's my favorite thing about the TF2 community, and it hardly ever happens because updates are far and few between, but it's cool to at least have some kind of discussion about the game, even if it's about the demise of the ad economy. Damn, a lot of subs coming in, resubs and new subs alike. From Bonk Boy, thank you for the 4 months. D Money, thank you for the new Prime. Rage Skydiver, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And Door Pie, thank you for the Prime as well. Appreciate it, man. Try and catch chat. I know you guys are talking in chat, but it's going by quickly. I can't keep up. I'm not a professional streamer, guys. I don't know how to pay attention to this shit. Do I think that they should give another wave of Cheater's Lament? I don't know. Maybe. It's not as it's definitely not as like crazy as the item idle thing. So. I'd say this is probably going to have about as much of an effect on the economy as like adding like strangifiers to the game. You know what I mean? Why is my frames really bad? Well, let me see if I can fix this. Close the Bethesda launcher. How about that? Alright. Kiploff, thank you for the Prime. Blue Star 64, thank you for the resub. 35 months in a row, 39 total, thank you. Says our only hope now is probably an item server rollback. I don't think that that's necessary. I wouldn't be surprised if they just reverted the change and then did nothing else. Personally. Masterman Prime sub for 15 months. Update hype. If only they were the heavy update. Forget that those stream hype. I don't know. Thank you for the resub, Masterman. I have arrows. Savage Cabbage, thank you for the Prime as well. Savage Cabbage. Yep, Savage Cabbage. You know what it might be? I might not be used to the I might not be used to the way this game handles because I've been playing a lot of Fallout. Very different. Good luck in your interview, Retrospect. Yeah, I don't think they're going to revert anything because it's just too much to deal with. Please spy. I think that if they do anything, the most likely thing that they'll do is they'll trade lock all of the unusuals that were unboxed. But I know that it'll piss a lot of people off. What's wrong with my HUD? Can't see my can't see my spy gadgets. I mean, I can go off of the watch, I guess. Woohoo! I'm out of here. Valve News guy said they delete all unusuals. Well, that's some classic Alan McVicker speculation. They deleted all of those unusuals. That would be one of the worst options from like a business perspective or like a community perspective. I love all of the kilowatt and gigawatt or whatever the heck that electric unusual effect is called though. I saw so much of it yesterday. Every time I see it, I'm like, I know. We know what you did. I said it on Twitter, it's like, I think that these new unusual effects, like, or these old unusual effects, like the kilowatt and stuff, was gonna be like the gibbous version of effects and stuff. It's like, it's like really easy to get them, and like, well, I don't know. It was only for like less than 24 hours that you could Toolbox, thank you for the tier 3 sub for 45 minutes in a row. Appreciate it, man. It says, guys, Uncle Dane is a milk. Oh. Are you trying to say that I'm like really pale? Ah, so pale. L30 Rick 10. Thank you for the Prime sub as well. When I add new sub badges for people over 2 years, here's the thing. I don't stream enough to have that as a priority, fortunately. But I did reach out to an artist about it, but she never got back to me, so I kind of stopped there. Hello? Do I believe Valve did it on purpose? Of course not. That is a silly theory, although I did hear people saying like, oh, this is, they want to kill the game, so they did it. It's like, if they wanted to kill the game, they just would do nothing for the rest of their life, which is considerably easier. With my Death Merchant 2k ELO. I don't know how that whole thing works. I don't really know what ELO has to do with your rank. I've seen people with far higher ELO with lower rank and vice versa, so I think it's just fucked up. Oh. EAR Arcan? I think that's how you say that. Thank you for the 9 months. What's up, Lumberjack Engineer? What up? Chopping out trees and building sentries. When are we getting MVM subs come back? I stopped doing that because I was it's hard to organize. And I don't stream enough. So I've given up trying to like have a consistent or like a good, oh, that's cool, like I'm not reliable enough. That's pretty much it. 3 months Prime sub, resub from Happy Purple says eat pants Dan. That means thank you. I'm very rusty. I actually haven't played this game very much in the last like 2 weeks. I got back into Fallout 76, and right when I got back into it, they released an update that like broke a lot of things in the game. It was actually good for like, it was actually like pretty decently stable. Like a free week came out and like the game was pretty good. Not me. But course, Bethesda has to release an update to break half the shit that was fine right whenever I try and play again. Maybe it's trying to tell me to get back to work. Jill, thank you for the 29 months. No matter what everyone should make, or no matter what, everyone should make sure they tune in to Bat Blash tomorrow. Charity is a great cause regardless of state. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna cancel their plans to watch. Great streaming event.
60 seconds. The control point is being contested.
Yeah, I'm cursed. I was thinking about this because, as you know, Fallout 76 had a pretty rough launch, and then people just generally kind of shit-talk that game all the time anyway, because it's not really on brand with what Fallout games typically are, and I think people were upset by it. But I really like it. I think it's probably one of my favorite Fallout games, one of my favorite Bethesda games. It won't beat Skyrim, but it's a great game. Probably the only MMO I've ever liked, but has a lot of problems. Anyway, the devs are, they're pretty incompetent, and they refuse to fix things that need to be fixed. And it reminds me a lot of Valve. And I thought to myself, like, I wonder why I'm cursed to like games, to fall in love with these games that are not developed well, like that have a bad development team. Not to say that the TF team is bad people, they're just not very consistent. And I get the same feeling from the Fallout 76 developers. It feels very familiar to me. It's like, I think to myself, why can't I fall in love with a good game? Obviously TF2 and Fallout 76 are good games in my opinion, and I shouldn't really worry about what other people think, but it does suck that, like, I'll constantly find myself liking these games that if I try and tell other people to come and play with me, fucking laugh. Most of my very good friends don't want to play this game. Most of my good friends don't want to play Fallout 76. So it's like, I play these multiplayer games that nobody likes to play. But I can't help it, I like these games a lot. I wish that they were more well received by the public. Thanks, Jill. Jill's the last remaining TF2 fan. I'm being dramatic, obviously. A lot of people really like TF2. A lot of people really like Fallout 76. It's just that my personal friend group is not like that. And I think a lot of people experience that. I see a lot of people who complain that they don't have any friends that play TF2. But I understand why, especially for younger people, because younger people, when I say younger, I mean like people in school. Younger people are more influenced by trends than older people are, because they go to school. And when you go to school, you have to kind of make sure that you're playing the game that everybody else has played, or else you can be like kind of kept out of the conversation. And it matters a lot more. My friends dropped TF2 because that one friend dropped it. Oh yeah, the leader friend. Yeah. Yeah, TF2 is kind of a difficult to get into if you're looking to get into a game and be good at it. It's a different like environment for video games because they're becoming more inclusive, I suppose. And TF2 is one of the last like kind of older games that has a high skill ceiling and is it will punish you a lot for being a noob. And games just don't do that anymore, and I think people who are used to like the current video game sphere would be turned off by this game simply because it's so difficult to pick up. It's like a modern gamer is probably used to games like Fortnite or Overwatch that, while they have skill ceilings and stuff, they're still pretty easy to pick up. I mean, like, you can play Fortnite on your phone. You can be 6 years old and play Fortnite. And I mean, technically, you can be 6 years old and play any game, but you're not going to be very good at a video game like TF2 because you just don't have the cognitive ability. But games are becoming more inclusive. That's good. I like that. But it definitely makes games like Team Fortress 2 a little bit more old school, I guess. Song called Split by Lost Years. Lost Years is a good band. No, there's always going to be new players to TF2, mainly just because it's free and it's on Steam. Because a lot of people get PCs. They get their new PC and the first thing they do is install Steam, and the first thing they do is install all the free games on Steam. And this is one of the most highest rated games in the free section on Steam, so why not? It's also a very famous game. Its meme game is strong, so if you're familiar with meme culture, you've probably seen the engineer say nope at least once. So it's easy to get into for that reason. Let's get him. Let's push him. Scout Burrows. Oh no. He's got a dang heavy on his side. Yeah, if people are gonna stick to it, that's a different story. But I mean, like, still, at least people are giving it a chance. And for every 1 out of 10 people that play it and enjoy it, that's good enough. That happens to a lot of games. I'm sure it happens to Fortnite too. It's one of the reasons why that game is so popular. It's because it's free. I can't hit things that are 2 feet in front of me. Ooh. Now that's spicy. What's the Coheed and Cambria song in your animated shorts recap video? I have no idea. That was Banny's intro song, but that's him. That's him playing on his own guitar a lick from one of Coheed and Cambria's songs. I could not name it though, because I don't listen to Coheed. I actually didn't even know that was a Coheed and Cambria song. I thought that was just Banny playing something that he made up. Goes to show you, I'm not that big of a Coheed Cambria fan, but I am a Banny fan.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Hey. Sorry. Dane's a boomer confirmed. Yeah. Although I feel like Coheed and Cambria was popular during my time because I went to high school with a bunch of people who really liked Coheed and Cambria. One of my good friends from high school was a huge Coheed and Cambria fan. But I feel like they're kind of an older band.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
We need to cap the point. How will Valve recover what happened today? I don't think they will. I think they're just going to take the hit, to be completely honest with you. That's my genuine mega Uncle Dane brain guess. Is they're going to revert the change, obviously. That's what they're doing now. They have to compile the game, which takes a bit of time. I think Taser once told me that compiling the game, which is like when an update's ready to ship, that doesn't mean they can just press a button and it's ready. They have to compile the game. This is, by the way, this is probably as layman as it gets because I'm not a developer, but it takes an unreasonable amount of time for modern standards to compile TF2 for an update, so they probably have to recompile the entire game, which is going to take a few hours. Takes 30 minutes to an hour. It's probably what we're waiting for, because I'm sure the change doesn't, it's not very hard, they just gotta change the number. They're just gonna upload it. They have to say something? I don't know that they will. I think they might tweet something, because I mean they did post something on Twitter. Have I bought the Ricardo hat yet? No. Has somebody made like the animation for that? It's like I'm if that hat's in the game, does that make it so you can import it into to SFM now? But you could probably make the animation. Bad for the economy, sure, but I'd say that it's probably about as bad for the economy as when they added an easier way to get like the strange Crits Creek, right? Probably a little bit worse than that, but I mean, like, it's not going to crash the economy as far as I know. I mean, I'm not even an expert, and I would be completely 100% mega surprised if the long-term TF2 economy is damaged in an unrepairable way due to this. I mean, it was even less than 24 hours you were able to abuse that bug, so I don't think that it's over, like all of the doomsdayers are saying. I think that it's just inconvenient for people who got unlucky enough to not profit or lose profit from this this bug.
Alert. The control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert. Our control point is being captured.
I like how I got set on fire from that. All Overwatch fans are salivating right now. They're always looking for a new way to say TF2 is dying. I don't experience that. I think most Overwatch fans don't even think about TF2. Yeah, they paused the market for the time being while they try and figure out what to do. While they have their emergency meeting, while they scream at each other and say, what did you do? Would you change the decimal point? No. Did you? No. Who did it? Who did that? And call me, I mean, this is a bit of a hot take. I know that there are sub-communities and everything. Y'all know that there's a video game in this game, right? Y'all know that you're supposed to, the point of the game is to shoot people. Cap points. The point of the game isn't to sit in your backpack and trade. You know? Like, that is a thing you can do. It is not the game. I think we'll be okay. And there are people who will always argue that the only reason that TF2 even continues to get support is because of the economy, but I don't think that. I've met the TF2 devs and they don't talk about the TF2 economy, they talk about the game. They talk about how much they like the game, they like playing the game, they talk about their favorite maps, they talk about their favorite characters, their classes, the fun times they have doing play tests. I think they ever mention how much they like trading hats with people. You know? The devs are not traders. They just know that it's fun, so they add it to the game. I always have a hard time shooting people who don't even know I'm there. Yeah, trading hats is fun, but TF2 as a game isn't changed because of probably just see more people with kilowatt legendaries.
Our control point is being captured. Alert. Our control point is being captured. Alert. The control point is being captured.
Always takes me by surprise. I'm unrusting, boys. Beginning of the stream, I was missing everything. I'm finally putting my crosshair on people. It's freaking cool. Yeah, I'm crit hacking. Patch was intentional to get more media coverage. I haven't heard anybody talking about this except for people in the TF2 community. Although I wouldn't be surprised if like Polygon or something posted something. They always do that. Noble Lavender, thank you. I can't remember if I said thanks to Jeff Rado for the Prime, but thank you. That was 17 minutes ago. Thank you for the 9 months in a row. It says Team Recession 2. Yeah, it's like the Great Depression. Three articles have already been posted. Be interested to read those. I always think it's interesting when, like, completely obvious non-TF2 players talk about the game. The Great Depression. It's funny. I actually like that a lot. What is that? Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's like the heavy one. What's the ditty that plays during a sub come from? That might be in my that might be in my FAQ, but it's a song by The Midnight. I believe it's called Jason. Did I unbox anything? No, I'm not. I'm not super interested in getting unusuals. Plus, I'm holding off on the off chance that I get rewarded for it, because I don't know. Who knows? They might give Cheaters Lament 2, right? That's to me. That's worth just not doing anything, especially since I'm not really like my first instinct when I heard about it wasn't to go and buy a bunch of crates. The only thing I did was check my inventory to see if I even had any. I don't. So. Immediately, you know what immediately my thought was? I was like, if I have one of those crates, I'm just going to delete it and post the video and say that I'm going to get a Cheater's Lament for it. Like, you get a Cheater's Lament if you delete it. Isn't true, but pretty funny. Oh, and I kept an eye on it, but I was keeping an eye on the number of Miami Nights Dangers, which is the Uncle Dane hat that my character wears. I was keeping an eye on the public record of how many existed. It's been 12 for about a month. I think the last one that was unboxed was about a month ago. And it stayed 12 the entire time. I'm very surprised not a single person during the renaissance of unboxing cheap unusuals for free, not a single person got the Uncle Dane hat. So my hat is safe. It remains the price it is. God, heavy. Last point. Be honest. To be completely H.
How'd that plan turn out for you, dummy? Dispenser going up.
Thoughts on the new hats? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big cosmetics guy anymore. I used to be, obviously. I mean, I made my own damn OC in this game, but it's rare that I find a hat that I say I gotta get that. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just that I personally, they're not hats that I personally would get. But that aside, I think they're all very well made, and I'm happy for the lucky gamers who got their hats in the game, and I feel bad kind of for their spotlight kind of being taken away by this bug, because I'm sure people have a certain amount of money that they spend on video games, and I'm sure that there are people who budget things out in a way, and there are definitely people who would have spent money on buying the new crates or trying to get like the new hats, who didn't do that in favor of getting taking advantage of this bug. So it's kind of unfortunate that this whole thing definitely overshadowed a lot of people's hard work. So I might, just out of solidarity, unbox all of the crates that I have. When the Steam market comes back, I have a crate that I found. I can unbox it later if I remember. Because I think it's cool that Valve still adds people's cosmetics into the game, and we should definitely support that. Support the people who work hard on making hats for this game. So if you want a Ricardo hat, definitely get it. Don't let this I'll let this thing with the bugged unusual and stuff take too much of the spotlight away. We're doing it. They just watched us do it. Am I gonna make a video about this? No, I was gonna make a video and I might mention it because I was planning on recording something today, and I might mention it as like a joke or something. But I kind of want to wait and see what Valve does. Kind of like what I'm streaming for, because I was just sitting here like refreshing all of the. I was just like lurking in my TF2 chat in my Discord and refreshing like the TF2 website and stuff. I was like, I might as well stream because I'm sure that once something happens, my chat will. At least I can just play the game in the meantime. Don't really play Enclosure again. I don't even know why I have that map selected, to be honest. Not a huge fan. Yeah, they tweeted about it. At first, I mean, I thought it was a joke. Like, because there's a lot of meme accounts that pretend to be the TF team. But it was real. Tweet about what? Well, there's a bug. Well, it's not in the game anymore because you can't do anything now. They locked it down, but for about 12 hours, you could pretty much guarantee that if you unboxed a certain group of crates, that you would always get an unusual 100% of the time. It's kind of a bad situation. Dust Bowl loadout. Oh baby. Actually, spaghetti. I think I'll just keep repeating this for people who keep coming in, but in my opinion, if you're looking for my opinion, which I'm not a trader, so I don't know anything, but just based on like what I think Valve does about these kinds of situations is they'll obviously revert the change, make it so you can't take advantage of that anymore. And then, of course, the only one that the only crit sticky that got past all of that, the one that killed half my team. Yeah, a thing I think that they're gonna do is they'll revert the change, obviously, make it so it's correct number of chance for an unusual. And then that's it. I don't think that they're going to revert anything. I don't think that they're going to trade lock anything, although that's probably the next most likely thing. I think they're just gonna kind of take the hit and move on. I mean, like I said, it's less than 12 hours. It's not really a huge deal. No, I don't think they'll bring back the Cheater's Lament. That's kind of more of a joke than anything. Why do I like Dust Bowl so much? It's more nostalgic than anything. Well, also, I don't really think it's like a terrible map. It's like obviously like not ideally designed, but it's still a map that I enjoy. It's not. It's like people that play like 2 Fort, you know, like most of them know that it's not a great map, so it's like it's mostly just out of nostalgia or familiarity. Anything. They'll definitely roll back to previous state. I don't know about that, comms. I think they realize that doing that would make a lot of more people unhappy. I think they're decent. They're decent at like accepting when they've fucked up, if that makes sense. And I think that's the case here. No, I need that. I need that. That's all just speculation on my part. I don't have. There's no real reason for me to claim that that'll happen, other than just me making the assumption based on like what I think the team likes to do. And I think the TF2 likes to mess with things as least as possible. Ironically, even though this is obviously they're messing with the economy. If they roll back, it'll be like the bug never happened. Not necessarily, because a lot of people spent real money in their game just to take advantage of this. And I think a lot of people are going to be pissed off if their money goes to waste. I mean, I think people will be pissed off if they even trade ban or they limit the hats to trade only. Their money would be refunded, but it would be refunded to the Steam wallet, not to PayPal or anything like that. And that's a big no-no, because some people don't want $100 on their Steam wallet, believe it or not. I think the safest thing that they can do is to just leave it alone. Is to just be like, okay, we turned it off. You can't do it anymore. You guys have a bunch of unusuals now. Oops. Shit. I mean, I think that's the safest thing they can do. And it honestly, I know people like to doom and gloom whenever shit like this happens, but it's not the end of the world. It's just some hats are gonna be worth less. Holy shit, there's a lot of people in there. A Superintendent Chalmers, thank you for the 60 months in a row. He says Germa Pop. Joe Bags, almost a year of watching. Time to break the silence and say Stout Shaco is now officially too refined. Yes, I saw that. Pretty good day for TF2. Ironically, as you can tell by my title, burning TCs are also now too refined. That's pretty good. Am I the only person out here? Hey, Heavy, let's go. Let's own. Holy shit, a lot of people. Let's see how many people I can zap. Incoming. No, the Slimmer case doesn't have the glitch. It's old cases that do it. And it's irrelevant now because they turned it off. You can't do anything anymore. I mean, it's not fixed. It's just that everything's fucking disabled now, so you can't open crates, you can't buy keys, you can't sell anything. It's on pause. Really not killing the sentry gun? It's dead. Oh shit, there's more. Down, please.
this.
Wait, bump something. Whoop, whoop. Oh shit, you're Uber chaining without the Uber saw. I had Uber. Why did Buds crash? I'm not sure, actually. That's something you have to ask a TF2 economy expert and not somebody who builds dispensers. I'm just a simple Texan. I don't know nothing about no economy, no crates. Run, NG friend, run. Shit, the range on that thing. Hopefully I can't see mine. Uh-oh. See, Jill knows. Fine.
Dispenser down.
Uh-oh. Spawn camping it. It's my favorite class, Order. Order? Probably number 6. Number 6 with a side of side of chili cheese fries. Ice Krabby, thank you for the new Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. What's up, Salty Fish? Are you available sometime, like, keep meaning to ask you. I want to actually, like, put together a MVM thing for once. It's difficult to get 5 people. Hey, random fun. Oh, it's Ben. Thank you, Ben. Shit. He says, oh! He makes it. Okay, I broke my teleport on accident. I squeezed my mouse too hard and there's buttons on the side. Yeah, the entire community is definitely stonks. They like to pretend like they know what will happen if hat becomes cheaper. If $20 hat becomes $5, does that mean TF2 die? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a lot of spec, which is short for speculation. It's fine. I mean, speculation is fun. Just don't take these things at face value. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I wanted to go in there. I'll double up on these dispensers. My background changed any particular reason? My new table position? I moved into a new apartment this year, in January, so that's probably why. I literally moved my desk to a completely different house, which would definitely change my background. This guy go? Let me up. Here, don't look at me. Pretend I'm not here. Try to brute force my way through there. Someone who got out of the TF2 trade economy in 2013. I find this all very amusing. I think most people do. I think most people find it funny. It's not the end of the world. I think people just like to be dramatic. Where did that guy even go? It looked like he disappeared into nothing. God, I broke my teleporter again. Here, no one's gonna find it over here. No one's gonna walk over to that. Promise. Get hit by any of that. No, no, don't sap that. No. I think we're pushing. Guys? I think we're pushing, guys. I forgot to change my name. I literally just noticed. My name is just Uncle Dane.
Mission begins.
Yeah, only some crates were affected by the glitch. The infamous glitch of TF2. I love when people stand directly where I want to put my... Yeah, 10 minutes of fighting, 10 seconds of pushing. Well, that's kind of what all of TF2 is, but yeah, it's amplified to the nth degree. To the nth when you're playing on Dustbowl. Yeah, the pub push.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you can't open any crates now, which is unfortunate because I kind of wanted to open the crate that I got. I got a new crate. Oh. Why doesn't Uncle Dane use a Banny bind? What's a Banny bind? Oh, I just have my stuff. Saved it. Oh, 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 help. Okay. What even happened? I like literally couldn't move for a second. I think I got stunned by an invisible double donk there. Because I definitely got killed by it. But I literally didn't even see him fire it and I couldn't move. Yeah, it was a good stab. This is the part of Dust Bowl where we get spawn camped for 20 minutes and then for some reason we still cap. Let's go, let's go. Laggy people. How many people have like... Ping's okay. Unboxing is available again according to their Twitter. Let's see. I don't see anything from their official Twitter. Personally. Does a short circuit eat medics needles? I think so. Hello? I wait to be healed. Hello? He's like standing near like 2 medics. The economic has been officially ruined. Donut King, I wouldn't get too upset about it just yet. Luckily, TF2's economy is not run on kilowatt unusual. Well, that sentry gun is a lot closer than I thought. First gens were affected. No. I'm just saying, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty positive that the TF2 economy isn't live or die by a certain set of unusual effects, as far as I know. And I believe only 4 of the really expensive unusuals were unboxed. The Burning Team Captain. At least that's what I heard, and one of the like team captains with Scorched, which is pretty expensive. So like some people made out, you know. But I don't think that like crashes an entire economy. You know, there are other hats, there are other items, and it was for less than 24 hours that it was even possible to do that. This guy is okay or something. Getting that free kill. That guy jumped down. Guess I'll take him with me. How did I get healed just now? I'm so confused. Did I get arrowed and I didn't even notice? Oh no! I forgot, if you kill a heavy while he's eating a sandwich, you get his sandwich. That's fucking cool. I forgot that was a thing. I thought I had like 11 health, and so I was like, the next shot that hits me is gonna kill me, and then I survived the scorch shot hit, and I was very, very confused. Yeah, I forgot that happened. I'll stay minis. Yeah, you get a little small health kit when he drops a sandwich. Yeah, Squirrely, he's in my Discord private chat that I have, and he didn't say anything, so he must have been really concentrated. You boxed in a 1-1 unusual. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're waiting to see what Valve does about it, and it's likely that they'll do nothing. Also likely that they'll trade restricted, but I don't think that they're gonna take them away. I think that would be the foolish thing to do. I think that would be the least smart.
2, 1.
Our balls are hurting each other, dude. Is Scrap.tf up yet? Nah. I don't think so. I think Scrap.tf will be down until Valve does something. You'll hear about that first before you hear about Scrap.tf.
I'm moving this. That there wasn't getting any light.
That's all I got. Back to the lab. I should move my dispenser. They're gonna convert all the unusuals to Bitcoin. Yeah. That. Oh, what is this guy? I thought he was friendly for a second. He wasn't doing much. They reverted everything.
Time has been added.
The news come out.
Alert! The final control point is being contested. Alert! Our last control point is being captured. You failed! Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Yeah, I still don't see anything.
Teleporter going up.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Teleporter coming right up. Sentry going up.
Oh. There was a glitch in the CSGO market and they reverted it. Well, that was what the CSGO team did.
Mission begins.
And that might have been a different situation. I'm still holding my prediction, you know. And, you know, I'd love to be proven wrong, to be honest, because if they're gonna take like some sort of like direct action, then instead of kind of taking the easy way out, then kind of a little bit more commendable, I guess. Maybe a little bit more ballsy, but you know. Run away! DM1N3R. Not sure what that's supposed to say, but thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it, man. It's been a while. How was my time on Froyo? I still plan on making a video about it. It's just taking a long time, obviously. I kind of want that video to be a lot of different things, not just my experience with the Froyo thing. So it's going to be a multi kind of type of video. A multi-subject. I mean, it's all going to be centered around competitive and stuff, but I just want to make sure that I approach that video well, because historically, anytime I talk about competitive TF2, I get kind of reamed for it for whatever reason, and it's mostly just because most of my audience doesn't seem to really care that much about competitive TF2, so I want to try and make it so that despite people not really having an interest in playing, those kinds of players would still find interest in the video itself. That would be my overall goal, is to make it entertaining, but also get my points across. I wish to. It's so fast. Coffee Fintorp. Thank you for the 2 months. I keep hitting my keyboard with my mouse. I need to spread my arm out a little bit. I have really low sensitivity in this game compared to other games I've played, I realize. Hey, the Hammock Production, thank you for the 44 in a month. Uncle Jill, oh dear. Earlier, Jill messaged me just unprompted. He just said, fuck. And he didn't have to say anything else. I knew what he meant. $3 from Acid Nizzle says, buy yourself another unusual roll. I'll buy a stout shaka. Did I do a flip?
Building a sentry.
I could probably go level 3s. I mean, it's Dust Bowl for heck's sake. It's Dust Bowl.
Building a sentry.
Yeah, you really did say the F word. It's kind of cringe, to be honest. Did it really? I'm gonna want to see it. I need the clip. I'm gonna need the link.
Moving out. Packing up.
Shit. Free health.
Building a sentry.
Uh-oh. Dodging rollers. Val tweeted. Don't bait me. Yeah, Val. Oh, okay. Yeah, Val tweeted earlier. Sorry, I thought you meant like, yeah. We're waiting for a new tweet. We're waiting for an update on what they decide to do because it's obvious that they don't want people getting unusuals for free. What's up, Wasabi? What? Do I ever play the in-game ranked matchmaking? I used to back when I could get a match, but now it's really hard to get a match due to a combination of not a whole lot of people playing and me being too high of a rank. I'm the highest rank that you can have with relatively high MMR. Why can I click on this? And the system is very picky about not putting people who are not similar rank together. So it's difficult for me to get a match. Especially since you check my history. Yeah, I've won. You can't even say. I think the next loss is hidden from view. I've won all my games, so the game thinks that I'm so good that it should only put me with people who have a similar rank, similar win condition streak or whatever. And there are very, very few people who have that record and are queuing up at the same time as me. And Jill has told Pazer before that the system heavily tries to never put people together who are who differ in rank by a lot, which is unfortunate because I don't care who I play against. I just want to play, you know. I think that's probably I'm in the minority on that because a lot of people complain that they get put up against people who are much better than them and they get rolled, and I understand that. So it's kind of a difficult situation. It's just that I like the game mode more than I like playing a balanced game, if that makes sense. I'd rather get put up against a stack of people who are better than my entire team and I have to carry or something like that than to never ever play ever. Dude, what am I getting stuck on? But there are a lot of third-party options, because fortunately what a lot of the TF2 competitive community has run on in the past.
You all gotta run a lot faster.
Y'all gotta run a lot faster. I love Engineer's Domination. They're great. dispenser. It survives. It lives. It's the anchor of my team. Go. Go, dispenser. I like the game mode more than you like winning it. Yeah, more than I like winning it. Yeah, I'd rather just play with people who want to focus on the objective, which is the entire point of that game mode, by the way. I think that that's often lost in translation somehow. That casual, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you can run around and be friendly heavy and like do nothing, and you can taunt and spawn, and no one will care, really. I mean, people will probably bitch at you, but those people who bitch at you, if they had a place to go and play with people of a similar... Oh my god, that crit sticky was so close I could taste it. Then you would have less of that, so it would be beneficial. I don't want to move this because it's kind of scary where it is. You got it. You got the dispenser. Yeah, shoot that. I'm a butt. What'd I do? Are you on the other team? There you are. Iceman West, thank you for the host, for the rating with the party of 23. Thank you, man. But I don't know. I've always taken this game way too seriously, which is no surprise to anyone, I'm sure, because of the video content that I produce. But it's a fun game mode simply because it's full of those types of people. I mean, people who lobby up for it generally have that mindset, which is what I'm looking for. This is gonna survive. Nobody plays comp because nobody plays comp. Yeah, it's kind of a vicious circle at this point. So there needs to be some sort of jump start introduced. I hope Valve doesn't forget about it. Alright. I get a crate? Oh, I got chocolate again. How come I can't click on any? I literally can't do anything. Did they break my HUD? Did I pay Chili of Destiny? No. He did it just because he wanted to. And I don't even think that he even suggested that he wanted paid, although I was completely prepared to, because he is a professional voice actor and I would like to hire people for their services. But I think he did it because he knew that it would be just a good thing to do for the community. He plays TF2 all the time. He's a part of the TF2 community, so highly recommend checking him out. He's a great streamer. He plays TF2. He's the voice of the Scout, although he does not play Scout, he plays Heavy. So, do I play Ultimate? No, I used to when it first came out, but I kind of lost interest in it after a while. Did you see that? I got hit by that guy like 10 feet away. Just punching it. Take that. The fuck was he faster than me? They do run faster, those medics. Yeah, that demo is a little laggy. No, I've never played that. Thanks.
Sentry going up.
See you later, bunk boy.
Dispenser going up.
Ever played around with Seal Interp? I just have my Interp set to low. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've never heard of Open Fortress now. I don't play a whole lot of modded games. I'm a vanilla guy through and through for the most part. I only put in like convenience mods like custom HUDs and stuff, but I don't like changing the core game most of the time when it comes to these kinds of things.
Sentry going up. Sentry down.
Kicking a lot of people, aren't we? Do I play Artifact? I don't think anyone plays that. Your friends really like modded Minecraft for some reason? A lot of people like modded Minecraft. I think that's one of the big reasons why that game is popular, because you can have a lot of different game modes in it. I mean, that's a big reason why this game's popular. It's just I don't partake. And I don't even partake in modded Minecraft either. I like vanilla Minecraft a lot more. Modded Minecraft is just more Minecraft. Some of them. A lot of them change the game in ways that I'm not a fan of, though. It's like people who fancy themselves game developers changing a game that I'm already familiar
In
with.
30 seconds.
Not really my cup of tea.
Packing up.
And when it comes to like TF2's modded stuff, it often feels like the mods only introduce more chaos, which I think public servers have a fine enough amount of chaos for me. I don't need more of it. It's not like I'm playing pubs and thinking, I wish I could play a modded version of this game that introduces more chaos. You know what I mean? In fact, I'd like the game to be officially modded to take away a lot of the core of what makes this game unfair. What about high GPS balance mod? I like a lot of the changes that he's made, and I think that a lot of the changes that he makes come from community suggestions as well as just his experience. And he's an experienced gamer, so there's that. So it's kind of enjoyable just for that reason. I wonder if Dane will ever stream Minecraft. I did a while ago, but there's a lot of games. This kind of just all harkens back to my my opinion on streaming in general. A lot of games I just like playing by myself or like with intimate friend groups. And it's no offense to you guys, it's just that when I'm streaming I get this overwhelming feeling that I can't shake, that I need to make sure that I'm being entertaining. And it kind of makes me feel like I'm not having as much fun as I could be, if that makes sense. Wow, I'm stuck on something. I keep getting stuck on random shit. Maybe it was the cart. Actually, I think it was the cart. Right there. Yeah, be funnier. Fuck. I don't know, like that. I don't feel pressure or anything. It's just that I feel bad, I guess, when I'm streaming most of the time. And it's really subtle. It's not like I'm going crazy over here. It's just I feel more relaxed playing this game when I'm not streaming it. What's your opinions on the balance mod teleporters and speed bounce pads? I had a lot of fun with them. I was expecting them to be a little bit more broken than they are, but they're actually quite well balanced. I think that they would be a good addition to the video game.
Build in the sentry. Sentry.
Nobody up here. Oh, yeah, there is.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Tried to save it, bro. Sorry. No, I don't think anyone's gonna get banned for the unusual thing. I'd be surprised if anybody was punished in any way. I mean, it was Valve's mistake. It's less an exploit than just Valve messing up. So I would be surprised if they went the unfair route, which is oh wow, we actually capped it. We're really cutting it close, aren't we? Oh shit. It's a lot closer than I thought it was. Oh, that's not. How'd that guy stand there? He's just moving it. Ever play with Lazy Purple? No, Lazy Purple is kind of a recluse. He's often offline on Steam and takes a long time to get back to people. I think that's fine. I can be like that sometimes. But I'd like to play with him. I'm trying to organize an MVM with YouTubers, and I'd like him to be in it. You need a rocket man to shoot this, not an engine man. Give NG a rocket launcher. Kind of feels play MVM. I wouldn't be surprised if that type of thing is what comes after he's done with all of the classes, because I was thinking like it's kind of unfortunate for these creators that get popular off of these series that they come up with that are great. They're great series, but after a while you run out of things to make. and then what do, you know? At least with my channel, it's so broad with engineer that we're standing on some quick stickies, and that was really scary. So I have a long shelf life for that niche. with people like Soundsmith who make like stereotype videos, or with the how it feels to play X class thing, it's like, well, there's 9 classes, you know, and there's only so many hats in the game. You're gonna run out. So it's kind of unfortunate, I guess, because he's gonna have to try and figure something out. But how it feels to play map, you know, you can always do that. How it feels to play MVM, how it feels to play competitive, how it feels to play randomizer. You know, like, you could work with it. It's not totally limited. Thoughts on Doomsday EXE? I don't subscribe to his shtick, I guess. But it's whatever. I don't really know the guy. How it feels to play versus Saxton. How it feels to install the video game onto your PC. Have any more metal. Turn off the crits. He's gone, he's dead. Whoa. He didn't even shoot that. He just reached out and kind of put the arrow right into my head. How it feels to crash an economy, yeah. Valve should make that one. Hey, what's up, Smitty? Whoop whoop PP to you too. I didn't even have my entrance here. Is he on medic? I don't think so. I haven't watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet. I was not under the impression it was out yet. I saw Chris Stuckman review it, and he said that the movie wasn't out yet, so I didn't even try and look up any showtimes for it. I'm assuming it's now out in theaters, though, right? Because I do want to see that. And I believe I said, have you seen it, Max? Why'd I pick up my gun? It needs to be down to shoot. Oh, legendary. Wow.
Didn't your mama teach you not to play with Mackie?
It's out. Have you seen it though? Because I said that I wanted to see that movie with my mom. But it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, so I can't be completely sure if it's a movie you watch with your mom. That makes sense. So if it's not, then I might just go see it by myself. Not really sure why I did an accent there. They're making a Kill Bill Volume 3? I don't think they are, though. I thought that Quentin Tarantino's 10th movie was going to be like a superhero movie. Or some dumb shit like that. Oh, you didn't see it yet? Okay. I mean, I'm an adult, so I don't really care about watching like movies with my mom if they're adult movies, but I like to avoid watching sex scenes with my mom. Does that make any sense? Again, I can't. Whoa. Enter kind of worked. Enter worked for that. Yeah, Knight, I heard that he's only making 10 movies. He said for a very long time that he'll stop making movies when he has 10 of them. Which is silly to me. But I mean, he's deserved retirement, I guess. Oh, moved it. Holy rockets. Am I right, boys? Come down here. for some tamer rated R movies? Yeah. It's always up in the air.
Sentry.
Uh-oh. Found out. No one will believe me with my profile picture? What's wrong with my profile picture? It's just a picture of engineer. I mean, I'm streaming. I don't think it really matters. People can find out. And the people who typically stream snipe me are already doing so. Yeah, Star Trek thing. Yeah, I didn't mean a superhero movie, I meant the Star Trek thing. I always thought that was strange, that he's gonna make a Star Trek movie, although I don't know if that's like officially in production, or if he was just in talks to direct a Star Trek movie. Which is fucking strange, if I do say so myself. Yeah, it is weird how that works out, Max. Violence is typically more tame to the rating system than swears. Legendary. He's so slippery. Why didn't I? Miracle. I remember watching Schindler's List with my grandmother. Wasn't it like kind of a typical watching with grandmother movie? I had never seen Quentin make a sci-fi before. Yeah, me neither, but I would prefer it if it was like his own creation. That makes sense. Wrangler OP actually kind of makes me want to use the Wrangler. When people say that a weapon is OP in my Twitch chat, kind of makes me want to. Makes me want to use it. Ironic death. Is it ironic if I get killed by the class I'm playing? I mean, that happens all the time. When soldiers get killed by other soldiers, is it ironic? Now you're reminding me why I use this. This gun. You know what? You know what? Fine, Demo Man. You counter me. I get it. You gonna die? I can't see his health. My HUD is just all sorts of broken from this update. I wonder what they changed, because I don't think they changed anything. As far as like the HUD interaction goes, at least. Like, can't see your spray. This is casual. Can you see mine? Oh, it's my old ass spray. I'm out. I want to shoot you. Have they fixed the drop thing yet? No, but they just shut off all of the things, so you can't do it anymore. Like, you can't unbox crates, you can't use the Steam Market. the two major trading sites, backpack.tf and scrap.tf, have been taken down. Not taken down, I mean, and Marketplace have been disabled for the time being. So it's kind of done and over with, but it's not typically, it's not like fixed. It's still kind of fucked up. We're just kind of waiting on Valve to do something. And meanwhile, I guess we can just play the game, right? Oh yeah, there's a game. There's a game in this game. It's not just, you know, unusuals. Oh, cool.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
I'm a guilty one for trying to get those unusuals. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? I know the reason why I didn't. It's because I already have all the unusuals that I want, and I don't really care about making a profit off of trading or anything like that. I'm not interested in going through all that. Osmosis Jones, I remember that movie. Oh, that's our teammate. How do you get your crosshair to change color when you're doing damage? There's definitely a tutorial on how to do that on the BudHud GitHub. And I'm sure if you want specific help with that stuff, you can go ask people in the BudHud Discord. Come back, I want to shoot you.
Moving out.
Basically just playing heavy right now. Because I have to like put my minigun down on the ground.
I'm moving this.
Leave my dispenser alone for 10 minutes. And what happens? It's burned. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna punish anybody for what happened on account of it wasn't anyone's fault but Valve's. I think that they're fair in their dealings. I think that they're just trying to shut it off. They're trying to change it. And it's kind of funny how long it does take to change one line of code in a game. Just how it works, I guess. Get out of here. I'm a better heavy than you. Uncle Dane. That's me. Use Toon HUD. That's a pretty good HUD. Popular HUD. I want to be able to see that. Yeah, air blast. Yeah. Boom. TF2 has so much code. Oh, for sure. There's a lot of code. If there was a competition to see how much code is in the game, TF2 would win. Yes, yes. Over me. Oh, fuck. I'll Uber my gun by pressing 2. I stopped using the Wrangler after I made the Wrangler vid because I had just played with it so much, but man, it's a good weapon. Pretty good. I ran out of What?
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
I'm moving this.
Probably gonna pub push. Last 30 seconds. Laggy, ain't he? Yeah, server side aimbot is pretty good, isn't it? Although I don't know, I didn't even really bother to check, but like whenever you're using the Wrangler, does it like stop becoming server side or whatever? Gotcha, ho. I don't have chat enabled. I have this type say in the chat or into console. Give that soldier a medal. Give that soldier a medal of honor. He did it. Did the meme. Does this Wrangler lock onto lagging players perfectly? I'm not sure. I've never noticed it like locking onto like places that a lagging player isn't. If that makes sense. Holy shit, our whole team is fucking dead. Invisible go-kart. Invisible go-kart. Invisible go-kart. That was fast. We got into a game that was already in progress. Hey! I love things getting cut off.
Sentry going up.
It's like peak comedy, I think.
Teleporter coming around.
I need Bembo.
Sentry going up. There it is.
Is there health in there? There's health in that guy's gun, though. In his gun. Hello. They put health in the guy's gun. What are you doing in here? Stop building that. I gotta leave the guys blowing a war hammer. A war banner.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
That's an interesting story, Enderlord 99. Unusuals are a large reason why some people are still invested in the game. They financially invested in it. I mean, you financially invest in every game you play, unless they're free and have no microtransactions and you don't participate in those microtransactions. Right? I mean, like, if you buy a game, you're financially invested in it. I don't know if... I mean, like, unless you've spent thousands of dollars, maybe that would influence you to keep playing because you would feel bad. You would feel bad, like, quitting because you have so much money that you spent on it. But, I mean, like, do people feel the same way about games with microtransactions that don't give them cosmetics that they can trade? Like, what about games that give you cosmetics that don't have a trading system in place? So there's no out. Like, there's no way to cash out in games that don't have a trading system in place, right? So it's different for those games for sure. But those games still have people that play and play because they like the game. stuff actually. See that? Oh, it took damage. I thought I saved it from taking damage. It was a little too quick. Okay. Backup sentry to protect the mini sentry.
Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert.
I financially invested in Sprite. Yeah, I financially invest in this apartment that I live in.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Yes, distraction, distraction. Yes, yes, yes. Oh shit! Good thing he moved it. I would have 100% died to that. Oh my god. That damage resistance when he's invisible. This map isn't great for the Wrangler because there's not a whole lot of sightlines. I mean, like, at least for the Wrangler, like, this isn't really a great sightline because there's damage fall off on the Wrangler now. There used to not be damage fall off on the Wrangler. I remember when that was a thing. I can't hit my shot. There you go. Give me. Oh, I got there right in time. He even knew what he was doing. Yeah, how do you have so many crits? Eee! What the fuck? Damage was calculated from the distance of the NG, not the sentry. No, that's still how it works. What I'm saying is that there used to be no damage fall off at all. Like, it would deal the same damage from across the map as it does whenever you deal damage close range. No, check the wiki. Yeah, right. I'm pretty damn sure that it works the same way though. This guy's got the strategy. Don't be that guy, but you got this wrong in your video. You'd be the first one to point it out if it's the truth. Oh shit. My nemesis? Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler is my nemesis.
Ends in 60 seconds.
Yeah, sorry, I do get a lot of tweets, so I probably didn't notice it.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
I love reading like old exploits.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
There used to be an exploit where you could kill your teammates with the Wrangler. Oh yeah, it was fixed in Love and War. Interesting. Must have missed that. Well yeah, I think you were the only person to point that out then. Engineer can no longer teleport out of hell. I went through a lot of the patch notes. I went through a lot of patch notes for some reason. I think it was because I wanted to make a video about something. But there are a lot of really funny out of context like patch notes and stuff. Took longer to walk to KFC than go through the interview. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about applying to those kinds of places. There are a lot of places that don't even have paper resumes anymore, which I think is interesting. I haven't applied to a job in a long time, so I find that funny that they finally have done away with paper resumes, like they don't accept them. Or they don't have like paper applications that you can pick up. Hello? Oh. Oh. Somebody ran right in front of me. Yeah, it's much easier to do on the internet. I think that it's good. I mean, I like going paperless for most things. I just think it's interesting. Guys, we gotta go to the point.
Backing up.
Holy lag. Alright, I'll shoot this guy, he's not lagging. Will I still be doing my blueprint series again? Yeah, I'm planning on making one for Badwater very soon here. I just kind of want to get some other videos done first. No, stop it. Stop shooting my dispenser.
We have secured the control point. The control point is being captured.
Shooting my dispenser.
The control point is being contested.
Good job, guys. All me. These players are so chaotic. Chaotic evil. This is literally chaos. Chaos pyro. The chaos emerald. Do I plan on making more demo review videos? Yeah. Very soon I'm going to be doing them. I already have some stuff to talk over. I just have to do it. Should take like 3 hours. Dare me to hold F right now? Whoa. Looked at my hand. Yeah, I wish they did make TF2 comp more playable, the Climax. I was talking about it earlier. I think they just need to jumpstart it with some sort of incentive to play it that isn't just like, oh, you get to play competitive mode, because I don't think enough people are incentivized by that. Because I think a lot of people misunderstand the point, and I think that it would be very easy to understand the point of the mode if you just played it. And the point of the mode is very clearly to just play with people who have similar interests, which basically just means similar interest in playing the game like for serious, like trying to win, which isn't something that people do in pubs for obvious reasons. I mean, like, as a pub, you can do whatever you want in a pub. You can do that. You shoot another sniper in the corner with your SMG. You know, I think competitive mode has always been intended to try and give players who just kind of want to play the game, not how it's meant to be played, but how it's meant to be played if you're trying to win. A place to play and not have to worry about getting mixed in with all the other people who don't necessarily have that goal in mind. And that, I think, would be very obvious to people who play it if they just play it and give it a chance. But not enough people give it a chance, unfortunately, because they assume that it's tryhard mode, that, hey, you're going to get yelled at if you're not playing the meta, I'm not good enough, etc. But those are all misconceptions, in my opinion, and I think that all people need is a little push. You know? Giving people like cosmetic rewards for trying the game mode, I think, would get people in the door, and then people could kind of be like, oh, I understand. This is where I go when I want to actually try and play the game, and I go to pubs to mess around. I get it. People don't know how to push. I think they do, it's just they don't, because it's pubs and they don't have to. But if you had like a reason to, then I think people would do it. Going to play as the sentry gun. Yeah, I know about that little quirk. It's kind of irritating when you're trying to use it to jump, like do a Wrangler jump, and like you put it away too quickly to fire the rocket. Like you go and try and quickly switch to it to fire your rocket and then switch away, and you switch away too quickly, and then whenever you switch back after you try and do it again, it automatically fires, like right when you switch it back. It's irritating. Where does this go? Oh, it goes to a good gamer position, right in front of a sniper. The spy is on my butt. Rock guy, thank you for the 40. Appreciate it, man. Alright, I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna crouch the entire time, so I don't... Okay. Thought it was still in front of the window. Kind of happened with CSGO a while back. They lowered the price of the AUG just a little bit, and people said, oh crap, this weapon is actually better than M4 in these situations, and even after the price change, people continue to use it. What is that in reference to? Were we talking about something related to that? I can't do anything as heavy on this point. Oh, I got this Australium in Man vs. Machine, my third Australium drop ever. And my HUD was broken when I did it, so I couldn't even see it when it dropped. It was so sad. You're back. Yeah, this is a high quality weapon. Look at that. Play on max settings just so I can look at the shiny gold weapon. Yeah, I got pretty lucky with that critical hit. Feel kind of bad for that heavy taunted when he went through the thing too, so I couldn't even attack me. Again? Was that the same guy? Farm some health off of these guys. Yeah. The easier shot. Thank you. Health. Tell us about how I got my unusual danger. Well, I was on a Highlander team, one of my first Highlander teams. Spicy plus support, which is where I met Pazer and Critical Flaw and a bunch of my other longtime TF2 friends. And they all chipped in for either my birthday or Christmas, I forget, I think it was Christmas, to get me what was at the time like my dream unusual. And yeah, it was just kind of nice of them to do. I made a video about it. If you look up like way at back at like my beginning of my channel, like one of the first videos I made was about Smithmas 2014, and I talk about it. It's a rare Uncle Dane stream, yeah. Yeah, it was very nice of them. I don't know why they did it. Still to this day, I mean, like, I wasn't any more special than anybody else on that team. I didn't feel like I deserved it any more than other people. I mean, like, I wasn't like poor. I mean, like, I don't know. It seems very out of place to me, but I'm not complaining. I just thought it was interesting that they all thought that I was cool enough. That's 3:15 sound. How did you get it? 3:15 is actually not bad, to be honest. When I was still working, I was getting paid $9.50 at the highest an hour. Oh, I think I'll go to the skybox if that's okay with you. Should dye my beard white? No, I don't think that would look very good. Stuck. Yikes. Probably don't need to be using the black box since we have so many medics. But it's shiny, so I want to use it. But I should. Black box or black box? Which one should I use? Yeah, I don't know why it's called a black box if it's gold. That seems like a mistake on the TF team's part. See you later, Toolbox. Thanks for stopping by. I feel like my TF2 backpack costs more than a house in Indonesia. True. Never done the math. I actually don't even know how much my backpack cost. Probably less now. No, luckily my my hat is safe. My hat did not get unboxed, oddly enough. Nobody unboxed a Miami Nights Danger. Kind of cool. Stormageddon, thank you for the 18 months. Appreciate it, man. Just waiting for the crit sound. Crit kill. Ooh, there it is. I thought I would survive it. I'm not very good at making those judgments. My backpack's worth 2,000. Wow, that's quite a lot actually. I didn't know that. Time to sell. Oh, Wasabi donated $1. I'm sorry, I missed this donation a long time ago. How come I haven't completed all the contracts? Which ones am I missing? Shoot. Turn in. Choose a... Okay, I understand. What now? Oh. I think my contractor's broken. Yeah. I don't know how to look at that. The market doomed or something? Nah, I don't think so. I think people are just freaking out, making jokes mostly. Is it worth it to buy Contract Pass and do them? Yeah, it's a fun little like story mode kind of mission. That makes sense. Okay, how do I... So, I think my HUD's broken, guys, because I haven't looked at this in like a year, so I don't know. Start. Oh, here we go. No, it says I completed them. It says available 0 for Pyroland and Mercenary Park, so we're good to go. I bought everything from the Mercenary Park gift shop, and yeah. All done. All done. I think I didn't complete my Halloween contracts because I hated them. I think Halloween, the only thing that I like about Halloween is the new maps most of the time. I absolutely despise playing on Halloween in Halloween mode for more than like a couple hours. It's just too much for me. I always just revert back to the regular servers after a while. I want a Cheater's Lament. I thought you unboxed some stuff, Roto. Or was that Camper who did that? Man, Halloween used to be so awesome. Well, I think that it's gotten more fun. In general, it's just, it's not that much different year to year. I think that was always the thing. It's like, what are they going to do this year? They're going to do something different. But now it's, oh yeah, you unboxed some? Sorry, you're not going to get the Cheater's Lament, man. You're not going to get it. Uh-oh. Poopy. Funny poop. Yeah, let's just speculate. I mean, people are... They're not gonna make the Cheaters Lament. It's not really that commendable to not unbox. Haha, stinky. Uh-oh. Oh, so fucking funny.
Alert! The control point is being captured. Time has been added.
What's going on? Let's go, let's go. Uh-oh. Stinky heavy. Yes. What is it? Psychrovolt. Thank you for the prime, my man. Medic? No. Then I leave. Yeah, this is synthwave music. The genre of music that I am fond of. It's good background music for streaming, thinking, studying, driving, and of course, pooping. What was my favorite Scream Fortress? Probably not Carnival Carnage. I did not like the bumper cars. And I still don't like the bumper cars. What was my favorite Halloween? I don't know. I can tell you that my favorite Halloween maps came out last year. I really, really like the pirate ship one a lot. And I would like to play it again. Hello, snipers. You cannot headshot me. Oh, I missed the first one, but I got the second one. He really went right up to me, didn't he? Oh no. Bumper cars, yo. I honestly, I can't. I don't like the bumper cars thing.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
I'm sorry. We don't have a medic, so I'm gonna play medic. The thing is, they always end up making, like, Halloweenified versions of maps that I don't like. It always happens. I like the Gorge map, the Halloween Gorge, but the thing is, it's like, I hate, like, I just don't like the Halloween shit, like, skeletons coming out, like Mononucleosis coming down with his eyeball and shooting me with a crit rocket, like, it's just so, it's too much, man. Too much. Halloween Sunshine is cool. I like the maps where the only Halloweenified thing on the map is exploding pumpkins everywhere, or even just nothing. It's just a Halloween version of a map. I know that's probably lame, but I mean, I said it earlier. I'm not a huge fan of modded TF2. And Halloween maps are the closest thing to an official modded TF2 that you can get. It's just not for me, guys. I'm sorry. I like the festivity of it, and I like the maps because people are very creative. But I just don't like the added level of bullshit. It's like there's already enough bullshit in this game by default. Random crits should be a Halloween only thing. You know? That's how I feel about it. But you guys already know. Where's my health? I need health. Hello, I am not an enemy. No. What's up, official Spartans? I actually look like your uncle? That's what I am. I don't really have anybody to heal. I think that's the main issue here. I got an NG and a sniper. Oh. Count how many people in the server have unusuals. I have noticed a huge increase in the amount of like kilowatt and terawatt unusuals, which is why I made the comment on on Twitter that terawatt is the new gibbous, basically. It's like easy to get, basically. I don't want to play a killing class. Well, actually, no, we're holding it, and I can see a heavy outline. Ooh, yes. Donut King, what do I agree with? I'm not sure what you asked. Alright. It is a bit harder to tell who's a threat or not. Well, it's like, if I see terawatt, my immediate instinct is to not take them seriously. Like, kind of like how I take, you know, I don't take people wearing gibbous hats very seriously. But that's a stereotype now, you know. Look at this guy. He's got an unusual. I can heal him. That's how that works. That's not an unusual effect you could get. That's an old one from a Halloween crate or whatever, so. But he's obviously a good player, right? Go, go, go. Shoot him. Alright, I Uber you and you walk backwards. Is that really what we're gonna do here? I wish that when you Ubered somebody, a giant, like, huge amount of like a giant thing of text like pops up on their screen saying "Go forward." Like just a big flashing green, lime green text pops up on their screen when they're Ubered that says "Move forward." That would be fucking cool. Ah! Everybody's on the Girardi. Wizard Engineer, hey, thank you for the 40 months. Thank you for being around. Thank you for stopping by, man. Yeah, I should say move, you fat fuck. I feel like it already like makes it very clear that you're being Ubered, but like changes a lot about your screen. Where did I get shot from? Through that little crack? I Ubered to Solly not too long ago, and all he did was hide. Yeah, it's weird. It's like people can't tell the difference between if they're Ubered or not. It's like this whole screen turns red. Kind of hard to miss. I just think people like do that, but just don't understand what an Uber charge does. Oh, we already have another medic, so I'm gonna go Pyro, and this is the good flog part. Although I highly doubt that I'll get Ubered. Hell yeah. Isn't there like a way to burn people through that? I feel like I've gotten burned through that a lot. Oh yeah, red means stop, and blue means back up. B for back up. B for blue, B for back up. survive. I'm not gonna survive that. Blue means ocean, so you get sleepy. That makes sense. The ocean does make you sleepy. That's why I always fall asleep when I go in the ocean. Yeah. Yeah. Yeehaw. More random crits, yeah, we need more of them. Ironically, all crit servers are more balanced than casual servers, right? At least everybody does the same amount of damage. Why is NG so easy? Because I mean, you could just you could build a gun and have it get kills for you. I mean, it's a good class for people who literally are so bad at the game that they cannot get a single kill, because it's pretty easy to just build a gun, do like the bare minimum that an engineer can do, and then get kills. You can get at least one kill off of some poor son of a bitch who just accidentally runs into your sentry gun, you know? This isn't gonna work, but I'll try it anyway. Oh, I got Ubered. Excellent. Now this is pod racing. This part of the map is so fucking good for this stupid tactic, though. It actually is stupid. What do you think about the crate bug? I think it's funny. I don't know. I think it sucks that the TF team would make such a huge mistake. But what are you gonna do? The memes under that Twitter post are pretty funny. Wait, what's that? What is that? What are these guys? What are they doing? Oh. You can't blame Valve that it happened because you cannot catch every bug and stuff gets through sometimes. Well, you can blame the Forza response time. I would imagine that they went home after that and didn't know that it was a thing until literally today. So I think it's unfortunate that what likely happened was nobody said anything. That there was not even anybody at Valve at all who knew that it was happening, because they don't check up on that stuff. Whoa, that's heavy. Whoa. How often do I play TF2? It comes in bursts. Like every game I play, to be honest. I mean, I play games in bursts. And TF2 is the game that I burst the most. Ooh. Ooh. Good. Was I on top of that pyro? Okay. Go this way. I think that they're I think you're right about that. They're just gonna remove the bug and take the hit. Help! Oh, I'm in the air. Have I seen the Cats 2019 trailer? I have, and it's kind of creepy. It's like getting some Uncanny Valley vibes from that kind of thing, you know? Which I think is the general consensus. Strange. I don't know why they just didn't, like, put them in cat costumes like they do for the play. You know? Because, I mean, like, while it is weird that play is so popular, it at least makes sense that it's just people in cat costumes, but like, why do they have to make them into these weird hybrid humans with like CGI and stuff? It's really fucking creepy. I won't be seeing the film. Yeah, I think it would just make more sense for like the movie, and it wouldn't look as creepy to just have them in cat costumes. Like, no one's like impressed at the CGI. In fact, it kind of looks bad. I played Pyro, guys. I played it. I played the class. Stop emailing me. Kind of bored playing Pyro now. I think I reached peak Pyro. You didn't know you could get on this balcony? Yeah, you can go. Is this the one you're talking about? I spent 5 million hours exploring Dust Bowl and I found that out. Oh, holy shit. There's a lot of people. Ooh. Let's go. This guy has Uber. Ooh, that's, it's a yikes. Your skill. And I go. And I... I turn off random crits. for 10 seconds. They should fix the bug that makes it so you get a random crit. I should fix that. I should put on my terawatt. Do I even have a terawatt? I don't think I do. How do I look up what unusuals I have? These are my unusual. They're all Miami Nights. Which is an effect you can get from that, so... I wonder if my other Miami Nights thing, like my Hong Kong cone, probably is like shit now. Miami Nights is your second favorite effect. What's your first? You saw someone get a Miami Nights Hong Kong cone on their stream? Yeah, that sucks. I paid like $200 for that. Where is it? I want to put it on now. Show off my pleb unusual.
I love the smell of a kick-ass.
Love the smell of a cheap hat in the morning. God, dude. That sucks. The guy's just standing there. I'm completely safe. I'm with my team, protected by the sentry gun. I cannot be killed. Meanwhile, Gaben. Turn off headshots and those laser beams. Turn those off. I like getting random crits. I don't like you guys getting random crits. That's how that works. See, random crits are fun. Oh yeah, they're fun when I get them. But that's kind of a broken system. I think that that's an overlooked part of my video. I think a lot of people read the title and then comment and then actually watch it. A lot of people watch the video actually. It got a million views faster than all of my other videos. Probably because it's controversial or whatever, but it's surprising how many people came to me with the argument that random crits are fun because it's fun to randomly kill someone that you didn't think you were about to kill. And I agree. It is fun. You get excited when it happens, but is it fair? No, it's not. That was the whole point, I think. But a lot of people don't really care about that, I think. A lot of the people who are critical of the opinion. Of the opinion that random crits are not fair. It's not even an opinion. So many things in TF2 casual aren't fair. I don't know about that. I think there's a lot of things that are in TF2 that are actually quite balanced. And as far as video games go, especially with this many like factors, weapons and stuff, the game is actually very balanced. I don't think a lot of people give TF2 enough credit in that regard. I think it's one of the more balanced games in its genre. There are a lot of games where like there's a lot of like options and stuff, and it always goes, oh sorry, whoops. A lot of options, and then the metagame gets narrowed down to like 25% of that thing because it's just not balanced well. But this game actually makes use of a lot of its parts very evenly at the high level. It's kind of cool. But I think you guys already know. It's a kind of a tired argument, which is it only proves my point further. That something should be done. You know what I mean? Like, if people keep bringing it up, then maybe something should be done. But I don't think the TF team is going to do it. I think it's too hot.
Alert! Our last control point is being captured.
Really?
Alert! The final control point is being contested.
Hey, H2 Overdrive, thank you for the 25 months. Says, did you get anything, Dane? I hope they do something like the glitched circuit board where they transform all of these unusuals into a cosmetic that doesn't do anything. Any update? I just woke up. I didn't get anything. I didn't try for anything. I wasn't really interested and I didn't have any crates. So I just kind of watched from the sidelines. Yeah, turning all of the unusuals that were unboxed into something kind of across the board, like giving them all the same unusual effect would be interesting, but I don't think they have time to do something like that right now.
In 30 seconds.
So far what's happened is they've shut off the ability to do anything with items. You can't trade items, you cannot put them on the market for the time being. It's like a couple hours they said it's going to take to fix it. They posted on their Twitter, which is insane because I didn't think that they had the password to their Twitter. Hey, Annie, what's up? Thanks for the 100 biddies. Payload is the best game mode? I like Payload a lot. I think I would play more King of the Hill if there were more good King of the Hill maps. It's pretty much the only other game mode that I actually enjoy almost about as much as Payload. Fun food. Harvest is solid. I think my only problem with that map is that it's too easy to get from one spawn to the other. Fun fact about that map, it was originally designed as an arena map. If you don't know what arena is, it's because they removed it from the game because it was bad. But that's why it's so small. Am I the only one that likes Turbine? Of course not. It's just, God, it's badly designed. I don't really like the whole gimmick with there being like a roundabout new person fighting right now. Me versus their entire team. Any, thank you for the 100 bits again. I've been alright. Ooh. Here we go. Please use it. Oh my god. What are my thoughts on Froyo now that ESEA is over and they won yet another season? I'm not surprised that they won again. Froyo Tech has always been dominant just because they did what esports teams are supposed to do. They assemble a really good team that works together very well. It's very well crafted. And I think that they wouldn't win as much if other people did the same. And I don't know if people would agree with me, but I don't think other teams do what Froyo does. I don't think other teams assemble their squad as like carefully, if that makes sense. I think other teams kind of just find whoever is available, and that might be more because of TF2 as a game, like than anything. I'm getting so fucking juggled, dude. Alright, Sentry's finally down. Well, that one is. Need to blow this one though. Cat Noises was pretty good, but I think that the main reason why Cat Noises was a contender is because a lot of them are good Highlander players, and I think that they're able to use that experience to their success. At least in not in sevens, in no restrictions sixes. Because I think Froyo's only weakness in that department was just experience playing against off classes full time, like sniper and stuff. But it was, I want to talk about it more in the video that I'm planning on making, but it was very cool to witness firsthand. Like, if you guys watch Benny's stream and stuff, you have seen it too, but it was really cool to be in the shit when they like kind of came together and kind of like solved the puzzle that was defeating Cat Noises on the map that we were weak on, which was Upward. And it was really cool to watch, and it kind of reminded me of what makes like competitive TF2 like really cool. How long have I been growing this beard? I think since the beginning of the year. I think. No, that can't be true. I think like 3 months. Upward. Speaking of Upward, I don't want to play NG actually. Yeah, I grow facial hair pretty quickly, ironically. Doesn't grow so fast on my head though. But you can't have it all. You can't be intelligent, funny, good looking, and have a full head of hair. It's just not fair. Second best pillared map? I would probably agree with that actually. I think my first favorite is probably become Badwater. When's a bullet jump tutorial? I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. Sorry. You've been shaving your head for the past 2 months and you need bald guy tips? Not really. I'm pretty bad about it. I'm not very consistent. I would probably just say like keep doing it. Because if you let it grow too much, then it can be a pain to like kind of start over. It's a lot easier to just kind of maintain it. But I just don't have the responsibility to do it. opinion on Banny wanting 5 CP the main game mode for comp TF2. I tend to disagree with that. I think that's probably one of the main things that me and Banny disagree on when it comes to like ideal comp format. I think that he likes it because of his style of playing TF2. But I think that a lot of people genuinely enjoy the defensive parts of TF2 and want to see more of it. But I think that him, along with a lot of other kind of old school OG type competitive players, dislike a lot about the defensive part of this game. So it's kind of like a natural aversion to the game modes like Payload, where there is an entire round where you only play defense. But I don't know, I feel like if you asked him if he still felt that way today, I think that he might be a little bit more lax on it, simply because we played Upward and we played games where, like on Viaduct and stuff, where there was a heavy defensive element to it, and we ran full-time engineer the entire time, and it turned out great. So I don't know if he still feels that way. Oh, that's not even my mini. That's awkward. I was kind of banking on that being my mini. Come here, I want to punch you. That eel hat from the Banny stream? I guess so. I remember watching a video where he was looking at neat gear stuff, and I was cracking up at some of these hats. Mostly, and I think most people would agree that the funny part about that was that he hated them. Because they are stupid. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The hats that this website that's actually gone now, it's completely dead. I guess they just shut down. I have no idea why. Oh my god, I can't place another goddamn... Okay. Don't unscope and see where I'm going. Okay, he died. Brass Beast Heavy is gone, now I can do this one. Die, die, die. Okay, I can't see anything there, apparently. Stop it! Oh, what's that? Don't build that! This guy doesn't heal his gun. Needs to tank it. If I streamed more, if I stream more, I would totally set it up to where if enough people say BAP in chat, it'll play BAP. Because I've seen people do that. I think it's funny. Oh, I know. I get tricked by that too, Tweaker. I see Panzer in my chat, and I think it's Pazer. Pazer's Twitch is, I think it's Pazer from Silver, or I think it's Pazer fuck this login. Because he couldn't get in one time, and he had to change it. Just went through Rango. You just ain't doing it right. Yeah, that would be a good one too. I don't stream enough to bother with any of that, like, production value shit. Uh-oh. 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 Why am I running towards the man with a knife when I have 1 health? Why didn't he chase me? No, what is shooting me? Oh, this thing's back. It like went away for a second. I wanted that. I will take this. Oh my god. Just hit on my ass. Thank you. $2 from Sheriff Monkey. Hello, Uncle. What mess happened to the crates today? I mean, I'm sure somebody in chat can sum it up for you, but I mean, there was a point yesterday where you could get 100% chance at getting an unusual. Pretty bad. I'm gonna place this one.
Teleporter going up.
Oh, I twist mine. For the metal. Strange person. The great crash, minus the great crash of 2019. How am I today? I mean, I'm great. I want. It's funny, and I think a lot of people might feel the same way, but like, I had not really been playing TF2 that much this week, and all this talk about TF2 kind of made me want to play it again. It reminded me that I wanted to play. You're blaming new hires? Nice joke. They would never hire anybody at Valve. Why would they do something like that? Why would I build my dispenser at spawn if I'm gonna roll out with the gunslinger? So I mean, like, while it is kind of bad that you know, some $20 hats are now $5. Oh no. I think you got a lot of people back into playing TF2 for the time being, which is kind of cool. I'm okay with that. What's Valve? It's like a thing that you put on like a faucet and turn it to kind of control the flow of whatever goes through it, you know? Whether it be water or gas or something. Ooh, cool ragdoll. Can you do this with a mini or? Hey, I'm trying to do something. I think. That's what you gotta do. Now I'm up. Oh, he was very fast. Oh wait, no, there's a medic here. Respect. I kind of want to use the pistol. I'm tired of the Wrangler. I'm tired of the damn Wrangler already. I want to freaking kill people. Don't give away my position. Okay, still gonna do it. I kinda almost got away with that. No. Oh. Guys, I want to go through. I made it. I want to use it. No. Pop. Better pop it. Better pop it.
Sentry going up.
You're biased against using it? It takes a little bit of getting used to. I kind of want to make another video about it because the one I made that long ago, I feel like it's not that it's outdated. I just feel like I have a lot more different kinds of stuff to say about it. So I kind of want to maybe make another video. I feel like there's a lot of weapons like that where, like, cause I feel like doing the same thing to the Rescue Ranger. I made a video about the Rescue Ranger ages ago, and it's kind of a different weapon now. Not completely different, but I mean, like, there's a lot of different shit going on with it. I'll just help you with this. I have an OP strategy. That's an OP strategy. Shooting. As sniper. Yeah, the old panic attack was pretty fun to use on engineer, but I understand why they changed it. That's another one that I feel like I should probably make an update video about, because it is a different weapon. And I've made it just sucks. I made a video about the panic attack twice, and they changed it both times to completely different weapons. It's just now it's like there's less to say about it on NG and more to say about it on like Soldier or Pyro, which I actually prefer using the panic attack on Pyro, very much so, and even Soldier. Bloody root. Any update on the exploit? Now we're just kind of waiting on Valve to make a move, which I think it's funny that it's taking so long to decide what to do. It's pretty obvious. I mean, just like change it back to not drop an unusual 100% of the time. Let me make this jump, guys. Yeah. I just want to put it here. That's pretty much all I really want to do. This was the OP sentry spot during the match, the RGL match. Because of this reason. People don't see it. Speaking of not seeing me, hee hee hee. And I leave. Somebody poking me? Why are people calling it an exploit? I don't know. It's not an exploit. It's just a mistake that the TF team made. I don't think anybody... yeah, just fix it. I mean, like, it's kind of funny to say, but I don't know why it would take more than like 5 hours to fix it. But then again, I don't really know what goes into changing the drop rate of an unusual. Oh, he was so lit too. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna get punished for it, because it's not anybody's fault but Valve's, you know. kind of want to play as the big gun man on this last point. It is strange. I'm not really sure what would happen. I'm not really sure what would happen to like change the drop rate of an entirely different crate. But like I said, I don't know what it takes to make a game. I have no room to criticize anybody. If I don't make games, then I don't have any room to criticize anybody for making a game bad. Sarcasm. I think that's a very unfortunate opinion to have, but it's pretty common when people try and defend people for making mistakes at their job. Ooh. Misty Noodle, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, man. Vacuumed up.
Building the city.
I can't really do anything, can I? I'm just gonna build this mini sentry. It's not me. Oh, sorry. I don't really know what how to pronounce your name, but I think a lot of people probably have that problem with me. I'm never good at reading people's names. And a lot of people's names on Twitch, unfortunately, are things like numbers and letters and stuff. It was the 256th crate. Ah, it all makes sense. Misted Noodle. Okay. Got it. What do you think of fish tacos? I think they're pretty good. I'm a fan. I think I'll play one more and then I think I'm gonna be done streaming. I was kind of hoping that the news about what's gonna happen would happen while I was streaming, but I don't know if that's gonna happen now. I don't see anything about it. What to play?
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
I guess I'll play Scout. Fuck! What the fuck? Be the third engineer. I already played a lot of NG last round. Crit. Scary. Oh, I got stuck on something. I did watch the new season of Stranger Things. I liked it a lot, actually. I wasn't a huge fan of the second season of Stranger Things. I only watched it once, as opposed to watching, like, this first season of Stranger Things. I think I've seen it 3 times. I'm a big fan of Stranger Things in general. But the second season was kind of underwhelming to me, and I was kind of like, oh man, like, they can't think of a good story to continue off that. Aww. The second season was like really underwhelming in the story department. But this new season was really good. I liked the story a lot. Okay, 2 in a row. Barney got shot by a G.I. Joe. What's up, Legendary RQA? What's going on, man? Okay, there's a sentry gun here. Whoa, NG. There he is. Well, this is ready for Sunday. I know it's pretty lame, but I'm actually waiting for Saturday. Wait, is today Friday? Yeah, I'm actually waiting for tomorrow. Because they're gonna have a Fallout 76 panel at QuakeCon with the developers and stuff. And I'm excited to see that. I think it's gonna be a train wreck. I think that they're gonna get roasted. They're gonna get a bunch of people asking questions like, why the fuck did you fuck everything up? And I want to know the answer to that question too. Because I really do like the concept of that game a lot. I talked about it earlier on stream, but I'm a fan of that game. I like it, but it's just so busted. And I wish that they would unbust it, but I know that it's obviously easier said than done. But I'm hoping that they like talk about like what they plan to do to make the game more open to like the average casual Fallout player, because I think that that was the main like bad thing about the game's launch, is that it's like too different and nobody's on board with it. I'm on board with it because I'm not your typical Fallout like player. I like the gunplay, and I like the crafting and like collecting shit, and I like the storyline in Fallout games always comes like second to literally everything else in those games, and it's mostly just because I'm not a fan of the stories. And a lot of people play those games just for the stories, but I don't. The fact that it didn't have a great story, Fallout 76 that is, did not bother me. I like that it was an online Fallout 4. That's pretty much what I like about it.
Where's precious hippo crates now?
God, like, looking at my book. Walk outside spawn, look at my book real quick. Hey, what's up, Getawell? I don't know what you're talking about, but we need Fenway Park in this one. Where is Fenway Park? Oh, like a baseball field. Yeah. What was cool about Fallout 4 is they had a baseball field turned into a city. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, like Fenway Park. I don't know if you saw the trailer for the DLC that they're coming out with for Fallout 4 in the fall called Wastelanders, but there's a crashed space station up at the like top part of the map, and like it's really big and kind of a cool place, but there's like literally nothing to do there. And in the trailer it showed that like a bunch of human NPCs, they're adding a bunch of human NPCs to the game because it's what everybody asked for, and they're gonna be like adding like a human NPC town, and it looks pretty sick. What am I literally keep getting stuck on random shit in this game. Probably spies the entire time. Oh my god. Anybody else? Oh, getting freaked out. Do I believe in Todd Howard? I think Todd Howard is not a good representation of the Bethesda dev team. I think that he's just their spokesperson. He's good at talking, and he's cool to listen to because he gives people a lot of hope, and I think that's what a lot of people need in those games because they are flawed. They're fun, but they're flawed, and those are the kinds of games that I am attracted to, unfortunately. As you can tell by obsession with TF2. I love this class, and no one looks at me. Oh, I hate this class when I die, though. Yeah, you call him God, Howard? Me too. I love him. Yeah, Get Whale, they actually fixed a lot of great things about the game, in my opinion. My biggest problem was actually that I didn't see people enough, and I feel like people... I'm like the exact type of person that they made that game for. And a lot of people I noticed were complaining very early on that they kept seeing people. and I thought that was really funny. I was like, you complain and you're seeing people in a multiplayer game, it's kind of funny. But I liked that a lot. I liked the interactions between people. I loved meeting people and trading with them and stuff, but it didn't happen enough. Now it happens like almost too often because they introduced player vending, so you can build like a vending machine kind of like Rust at your camp, and it makes your camp visible to everybody on the map, and anybody can fast travel to you and look at the shit that you put up for sale, and it's it like kind of forces interactions a lot. It's pretty cool. A lot of the time I just sit at my camp and people show up and I talk to them and they're like, hey, what's up? A lot of people have mics and stuff. Pretty cool. Everybody's really friendly. Like, I have not met a single unfriendly person in that game, which is impressive. Yeah, it's weird how Bethesda makes games that are good but badly made, and it's like I've every once in a while I get the urge to tweet this, but I know that it will 100% get taken the wrong way. But my general opinion about video games is like, when are they gonna make a good video game? And I know that like comes off bad, but like seriously, like when are they gonna make a game that is well made and good? Because I feel like that combination is so rare. And it sucks how rare that is, you know what I mean? Because there are a lot of well-made games that are not fun. And there are a lot of fun games that are not well-made. But there's hardly any games that are both, you know what I mean? It is a little... It is meant to be kind of a joke, but I mean... Yeah, it's unfortunate how there's not any games out there that are both well-made and fun, and that I personally enjoy. I think that's the main issue that I'm having. A lot of games that are both well-made and good, like, you could argue that Fortnite is that way, you could argue that Minecraft is also that way. and I enjoy Minecraft a lot. There's a lot of games that don't hit the three major things. Doom Eternal. I saw part of the keynote. I'm just waiting for the Fallout 76 stuff tomorrow. It's the only thing I'm interested in. I played the first Doom, and it was fun. I beat it. It was cool. I'm having fun on Scout, but yeah, it's gonna change when I run into a sentry gun. Fell. Where is Gandalf? Fell. There's that sentry gun I was talking about. He ran in swinging. Yikes, I'm gonna hide. No, the reach on that sword, it will kill me. Okay.
What the hell? Stop pushing the car!
Ooh. Game developers have condensed the dopamine rush in their game down to opening card packs. Yeah, I think it's weird how gaming has kind of turned into that, where they're focused. It's like more people who make games seem to be more focused on like what I would call like the theory of game enjoyment. Like a lot of them like take psychology classes or some shit and try and figure out like what makes video games fun and how do we like make the video game an ideal the ideal amount of dopamine. Like I think a lot of people who make video games probably like look at it really like scientifically or some shit, because it feels like they all try and hit the Facebook level of like, how do we get people addicted in the easiest way possible? How do we like activate the dopamine, you know? Instead of just thinking of like, what would be a good idea for a game that would be fun? Like, it's like not even think about that first. Let's think about like, how do we exploit the basic human reaction to things? Very strange. Check Steam Market, all cheap unusuals were just removed. Oh. Interesting. I'm not going to check it, but I'm assuming that whatever decision that will be made will be publicized instead of it just happening, so I'm going to wait until an official statement is made. I mean, game design has always had the psychology aspect to it, but not the level where it is now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like, it's okay to think like, what will give our players the most amount of excitement, but it's like, if you think about it too black and white, it just comes off sterile and very strange, very much in the same way that these card games are, you know, or the mobile games that exploit that to the craziest degree. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. Oh. Some kind of trick stab? Whoa. I don't know about you guys, but I get my dopamine from landing these sick meat shots and then dying. Yeah, mobile games are very exploitive, and it's an entire industry. It's crazy. Try to guess how many people are playing Artifact right now in the world. It's a two-digit number. I'm gonna guess 50. That's my baseline guess. But I'm not surprised that it's a 2-digit number because about 3 months ago it was like 100 and something. Like it was in the hundreds. In the 100s, you know, like 110 or something. But I think that was mostly just because it's just a badly designed model. And I think a lot of Valve fans don't fall for it. Because, hey, we're all fans of games that are actually good, you know? That don't take advantage of it's like maybe like Nintendo or whatever can get away with it because their entire audience is all children, and I mean like for the most part you could argue that a lot of TF2's audience is children as well, but I mean a lot of hardcore Valve fans are old and they don't fall for this shit, and if they do then they're only doing it out of loyalty, which isn't usually enough to justify spending like $100 to play the game. Oh yeah, random crits is kind of that exploitive thing for sure. But the thing is, it's like it definitely goes both ways as well. Like you get like anti-dopamine when you get killed by one. Wasabi, thank you for the $3. Oh, and Brongo also. They donated at the same time. Brongo, thank you for the $2.98. Says, here's some Danish money. That was the one that just got donated, but then Wasabi actually is going to follow his footsteps. Said, you missed my donation a few hours ago. Here's a question. What do you think makes a weapon fun to die to? Oh, sorry. I'm not very good at this whole streaming thing. What makes a weapon fun to die to? I think that nothing is fun to die to necessarily, but there are weapons and mechanics in video games that feel fair to die to, if that makes sense. It's like, if the weapon makes you feel not so mad that you die to it because you feel, yeah, okay, that makes sense, then it's fine. And most weapons in this game are like that. There are some weapons that are unfun to die to because it doesn't feel fair. Like, a lot of people would probably give that those awards to things like the Natasha or the Diamondback or, you know, BS weapons, essentially. I'm sure everybody has their own, you know, everybody's got their own weapon that they hate to die to because it feels unfair. Personally, I hate dying to the sniper rifle, the stock sniper rifle, because it feels unfair. But what are you gonna do? It's in the game.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
So,
5, 4.
yeah, that's my answer. Is I don't necessarily think they're fun to die to, but fair to die to. Yeah, every time I die to the loose cannon double dunk, I'm like, damn, nice. That's very commendable of you. Most people get salty when they die to things like getting air shot or something. I think most of the time that I die to like a trick stab or something, I feel like I can't get mad because I fell for it or I was not paying attention. Like, cause that shit, I shouldn't die to that. I played this game for like 8,000 hours. Like, why would I die to that? It's not that it's unfair. That is though. Thanks, Roto. Double donks are skill. Some of them are accidental, but yeah, for the most part. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's my immediate reaction to dying to some trick stab or something. Okay, I'm stupid.
Let's stop that freaking thing.
Why did I chase that spy up the staircase? What did I think was gonna happen? Whoa. Roto, hello? I run away? As my class is designed to do. Get out of my way, you map element. Okay, I ran in a straight line for the most part. I tried to dodge a little bit, but I died to it. You know, that's fair. I'm just I think that I'm beginning to understand how I generally feel about like things in the world. If that makes sense. It's probably getting a little too deep, but I'm understanding that I care a lot about fairness in general, and I know that it's like, oh yeah, you want random crits removed, of course you do. But I think that I feel that way about a lot of things. It's like if it's not fair, then it's not cool. Understand? I'm always growing up. Everybody is. You stop growing up when you die. I'll get him for you. Don't you worry. But I thought that was an interesting realization, especially since, like, after I made the random crit video, I got a lot of... I got the most amount of backlash for that video, and I was expecting that. But I did go through a period where I was like... I'm always like... I'm not the kind of person to just be like, yeah, everybody's wrong and I'm right. Like, I always try and make sure and give everybody a fair chance at, like... Where the f did that guy go? Fair chance at, like... giving me their explanation of why they think the way they do. So there were a lot of people coming out that were very well explaining like their personal opinion on why they should keep random crits in the game. And I had moments where I was just like, well, maybe I am wrong, and I thought about it, and I would get to the point where I would think like, why do I hate random crits so? Hate's the wrong word, but why do I want random crits removed so badly? Like, why can't I just chill out, you know? And it was confusing because I was like, why? What is this personality, like, not flaw, but like quirk that I have, where I get unreasonably, like. I get unreasonably like upset that they exist. Oh, I don't think that was intentional, personally, but we'll give it to him. So, eventually, almost a year later, I've decided that it's a personality trait of mine that I care a lot about being fair. I care a lot about things being fair and everybody having like an equal chance at something in general. And whenever it's introduced into a video game that is very skill-based, it's disappointing. Rockeye, thank you for the prime. Rockeye? Can't tell if that's how you pronounce that, but... by the other sniper, of course I did. Stop being so much like me. Yeah, we are very similar. We're both bald, but basically we're the same person. Yeah, the Cheater's Lament situation was entirely different. That went on for years, where people would basically cheat the system on purpose using exploit, like using third-party programs, basically, like literally cheating. So, it's not really the same. Please don't shoot a rocket at me. I don't think that they're going to give anybody a reward for not unboxing. And I also don't think they're going to punish anybody. Because essentially, I mean, in my opinion, giving people a reward for not doing it is kind of like a punishment. So I don't think they're going to do any sort of punishment, whether it be like a soft punishment, if that makes sense. I'm going to laugh at people for not unboxing. Hey, you idiot! It was a 100% chance, and you didn't do it! They're going to send me the laughing taunt. Everyone gets a free laughing taunt who didn't unbox. They'll give a free finder's fee for reporting it. Yeah, I should give it to every Redditor. like posted on Reddit that the TF2 economy is crashing. That the entire game is dead. Give every Redditor a free finder's fee for posting on Reddit that the TF2 is dead crab rave meme. Thank you for reporting this. Thank you for your upvote. Stop looking at me. You're not supposed to look at the scout. You're supposed to just get killed by it. Nope. Go, what's poppin', gamers? What's up, Pokemon, please, Pokemon? There's a lot of people over there. I'm just not gonna engage with them. If that makes sense. I'm just gonna pistol. Okay. And then you can fall through that hole. What happens if I bought 3? Because my currency is even worse and a bunch of stout shotgun in a bag. I just want to keep them. Does that make you lawful equal? I don't think anybody's in trouble or should be punished or is even considered a bad person for taking advantage of something that Valve did incorrectly. Just so you know. I don't think you're a bad person for taking advantage of it. They deleted all the unusuals off of the Steam community. Well, yeah, because I'm guessing, and that if that's true, then I'm guessing that the next step is to make all of those unusuals trade locked. Because if the unusuals are going to be trade locked, then it shouldn't be possible for them to be on the Steam community. So instead of just saying like they're trade locked, now literally no one can buy them. I think what'll end up happening is yeah, I think that if that is true, then that they actually did remove all of them from the Steam community, then it's very likely that the next thing that's going to happen is that they're going to trade lock all of them, which is, I think, the second most expected thing I thought that was going to happen. I thought they were going to do nothing and just be like, well, shit, I guess everybody has unusuals now. Whoopsies. But this actually makes sense. I mean, like, it's kind of the same thing, except now they can't trade them. So it kind of helps the economy in that way. It also doesn't, like, disappoint people who got an unusual that they like. So I think that honestly was the best decision, if that's what's going to happen. Trade them now, boys. I mean, really, that would be the ideal thing to do, except you can't trade right now. Trading is locked for everybody. Why would they do that? Well, because it was a mistake on Valve's part. And obviously everybody who unboxed unusuals from those crates were trying to take advantage. I don't think they're removing them, it's just that they're making them not tradable. That's what I'm guessing that's the only thing that makes sense to me. I'll let this guy do his thing. Yes. Nice little work together. I love it when a plan comes together. It's Liam Neeson. Mastercom's made enough to buy a Valve Index? Was he really the guy that did that? Wait, was Mastercom's actually the guy that did that gimmick? I know that guy. He was in here earlier. He didn't mention anything about that. I saw him just posting on Twitter saying he was really salty that this happened. But if he bought an entire index with it, I don't know why he would be mad. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. I'm on Roto's team now. It'd be cool if later today they just delete TF2 off of everybody's hard drives and then post on the blog just the sentence, "We're starting over." I think I'd like that. I think I'd laugh at that. Uh-oh. This would be funny. Just the only sentence, "We're starting over." What do you mean? Yeah, we're just gonna break the game again. It's just too. It's too far. Oh yeah, the objective of the game. Well, I think I'm done playing TF2 for the time being, but I won't stop streaming yet. I know that a lot of people ask me questions. Some of them donate questions and I fucking ignore them. Some of them actually do a Twitch Prime sub to me 8 minutes ago and I ignore them. Sorry, Fake Santal, if you're still here, thank you for the Prime. Sorry, I missed that. I'm not a very good streamer. Oh yeah, I wanted to open these, but we can't open them. Can I do that? Or is it broken? It's letting me get pretty far. Is it just gonna tell me no? Oh, it let me add money. Oh. Okay, it's let me do it. Oh, okay. There was no response from the item server. Yeah, it won't let me do it. It let me add money to my account, but it didn't let me lock it. Yeah, okay. I might do that later then. When they fix it. Because I was saying earlier that it sucks that this happened, because a lot of these people worked really hard on these hats. These are quality hats. I personally wouldn't wear most of them, but they're nice. They're well made. This is cool. This is for the pyro? What is this? I'm assuming that's for the pyro. I like this a lot. The little camping backpack. It's kind of cool. But it sucks because this has completely taken the front seat to literally everything. So the people who made these are kind of getting shoved out of the way. Yeah, this is the hat everybody was excited about because it's from a meme. What's my cat brand? This is actually something you cannot get anymore. It's from a website called Neat Gear, N-E-E-T Gear. They don't exist anymore. They shut down last year. But they sold a bunch of very strange, like, millennial humor kind of hats. And I thought that this hat was funny. I got it. Banny made a video where he was like looking at all of this stuff with some of the Froyotech members, and they were all loving it, and he thought that they were all very stupid, and I thought that that video was pretty fun. It inspired me to buy one. I'm also wearing, I don't know if you can see, this is a Lazy Purple shirt. It says, "I am the defense." I felt inclined because I was in that video. I made a cameo. And he gave me a shout out. NS, nice shirt. Thanks, bro. Anyway, what I typically do at the end of these streams is I try and answer as many questions in chat that people ask me. I give my full attention to you, Twitch chat, for the last moments of the stream, because when I'm gaming, I'm so focused on what I'm doing. How much money do I get from a sub? Like, how much out of $25? I think depends on your contract with Twitch. some higher end streamers get more of a cut, but I think it's typically 50% for most. So I'm getting like, if somebody subs for $5, I get $2.50. Blue Star 64 says, "How am I doing?" I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I'm gonna try and make a video very soon because I promised Dollar Shave Club that I would make a video with an ad in it this month, and the month is gonna be over in 5 days. I should probably hurry up and do that before they email me and be, "Hey, where's that video?" So, but I was planning on making a video soon anyway, and I'll probably just put it at the end of that one, which will be kind of ironic. I'm gonna have to find some way to make a joke about my my beard. Obviously, I'm not shaving. But I think that's the point. They're always just like, "No, we don't have all just razors." I think I'll bring that up. I'll be like, thanks to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring. I don't obviously use their razors, but they don't just have razors, they got other stuff. It would be a good segue. Put a bald cap on my chin. Cosplay as a lumberjack. People can call me a lumberjack. Is it just because it's the plaid? I like the plaid. I think that's kind of cool. Oh, thanks for the clip. You guys should post more clips in the stream clips chat. I know probably a whole lot of exciting shit doesn't happen on this stream, but I mean, that chat's dead all the time. Obviously, it's because I don't stream very much. What am I talking about? But like, you know, even after I stream, there's nobody ever posts anything. I don't know if it's just me, but the very cheap unusuals seem to be disappearing from the Steam market. A lot of people are suspecting that they're removing them, like Valve is manually removing all of the unusuals that were unboxed during this this exploit or this mistake or whatever that they made. There are some people in chat who were saying that they were removing them from the Steam marketplace. It could be a part of their solution. Did I unbox any of those crates? No, I didn't have any crates, and even if I did, I probably would have deleted one as a joke because I don't really care about unusuals. I mostly just unbox out of curiosity, and I don't know, sometimes it's fun to gamble for whatever reason. But it's like, it's not fun to gamble if you 100% of the time get an unusual. Like, that kind of defeats the purpose of gambling. People who are taking advantage of this little mistake that Valve made obviously just wanted some free shit, which is fine. I just don't care, and I didn't care enough to go onto the market and grab a crate for $3 to get an unusual that I could have sold for $6. Yeah, I don't know if Cyber right. That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying, but I can't tell if that's true or not. I'm not plugged into the Matrix on this very much. I was streaming the most of this going down. Yeah, it's a little mistake, just a little one. Changing your 1.5% chance into 100%. It's a little mess up. I think the only gamble involved for me, and this was just my paranoia, was that because people were reporting that they were getting trade locked like on Steam because of doing this, which it was just because of Valve's like systems that they already had in place. And I was just like, well, even if I buy one and I get trade locked, because it wouldn't be worth it. I don't really want to risk it. It's just funnier to, for me at least, to just kind of watch from the sideline, watch it all crumble. I think I said at the beginning of the stream, people haven't talked about TF2 at all in the last like 6 months. So even though we're talking about something bad that happened, it still kind of brought a lot of the community back together, and I'm enjoying seeing people talk about the game again. As sad as that is, it's like, I just want to talk about the game. Like, that's my favorite part about the TF2 community, is talking about the game with everybody. And I feel like everybody stopped doing that. I mean, you see it on the Reddit especially. Like, I remember when the Reddit was Like, it was half memes, half like discussions about the game, and it might be just Reddit in general, not just the TF2 Reddit, but I don't see anybody talking about the game. I'd like to, if anybody has like, if anybody has like a message board, I'd say like the closest thing that I see to discussions about the game actually happens within my own Discord, which I'm very proud of. The TF2 chat in my Discord is always active, and there are always people talking about TF2 in there. And I love lurking and seeing what people say. But there's no like message boards for discussion of TF2 anymore. Because it's like, I like reading like people's opinions on things. Or even watching videos of people's opinions on things, but I feel like people don't make those anymore. At least like, not as much. I don't know. Maybe I'm out of the loop on some of that stuff. You should get a 1-1 Miami Knights hat. Oh, like buy one? I don't know. I think they're gonna trade ban them. I don't think I will be able to. Knockout? That's Face Punch spinoff, yeah. I was looking at a lot of that, and it's cool. I actually have been browsing the Knockout TF2 stuff. True TF2 is mostly competitive stuff, though. That's the only problem. And TFTV is like 30 people. No offense, but I mean, like, it's like 30 people who all have the same, like, they all say basically the same thing every time. So it gets old after a while. Just joined? No, I'm not. I'm done playing TF2 for now. I'm just kind of answering questions from chat, and I'm gonna end pretty soon here. But I like to try and catch up at the end. Yeah, the majority is removed. I'm assuming they're still cleaning up. Yeah. Do I play TF2 Center? I used to a while ago, but I don't anymore. I think that community is kind of grown, or at least the opposite of grown, to a point where I'm not a fan of the website anymore. It's the nicest way I can put it. Do I like the Wind Waker? I never played the Wind Waker games. Oh, hey, Dane, these prices are insane. How about these prices, Jack? Anybody know where that's from? How about these prices, Jack? What did he say? Yeah, I've tried TF2 before, Potato Blitz. It's pretty fun. It's okay. we got prices. $2.90 for that's a different show, but yeah, I like that. Can I end the stream by crossing my arms and saying stonks? Sure. Stonks. Yeah. That's it. Why is my thing broken? Wait, okay, there we go. Stream over. Stonks. There you go. Anyway, I'm gonna be done now. Thanks for joining. I'll probably tweet my hot take on what Valve eventually decides to do with this whole fiasco with the 100% unusual chance when it drops. Till then, have fun doing whatever you're gonna do. Alright. Bye bye.